It's Susan Boyle in a traditional Christmas film. What more could I ask for? The Christmas Candle is a 2013 film that I fell in love with instantly, and to this day, I still sing the song, the main song that Susan Boyle sings, and I'll talk a little bit about that song. I won't talk about anything in too much detail, I'm not going to spoil it for you. It's a very beautiful film with a lovely narrative and a really lovely conclusion, so I'm not going to ruin it for you. But if you just want to know if it's worth it or not, 1,000 times yes. It's quintessential British Christmas. Classic. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head when it's set. I'd say late Victorian. Somebody can perhaps correct me on that. But it's really beautiful. This was directed by John Stephenson. And it's actually based on the novel by Max Lucado. I haven't read it, but I think I might eventually. It's really lovely. Screenplays by Candace and Eric Newman. And while I said it's a film with Susan Boyle, she's not actually in it very much. But Sylvester McCoy is in it. Samantha Barks plays Emily. Hans Matheson as David. Lesley Manville as B. John Hannah's in it. There are quite a few other names that I was familiar with. So it's a really good casting. The performances all around are lovely, very emotional, really help to evoke that Christmas aspect. It's a very spiritual film. It will make you feel warm and fuzzy inside, and you will cry. So the plot itself, to give you a bit more background, from IMDb is as follows. A pastor who's suffered a personal loss accepts a position in a town that believes in a Christmas miracle candle which he strives to abolish. That sounds quite negative and pessimistic, but honestly, it's all about faith and belief and the fact that this village has this candle that's continuously burning, and it's this magic candle. And if other candles are lit by this candle, it will bring a miracle upon you. And we see this happening with various people, and then we see things going badly wrong because of certain circumstances. And I wouldn't say it's exactly about working out whether or not this candle is magical or if it's just about the power of belief, but that's definitely there. For me, what makes this lovely is watching the characters interacting with each other, especially the families and the friends when they're in the church. It's so beautiful. A little bit intense at times. It's quite a mellow Christmas film, but it does have its moments when things kind of, when it peaks, it really peaks. But for me, the most magical moment was when Susan Boyle was singing. Is it called The Christmas Candle? I don't think the song is actually called The Christmas Candle. But I do sing it every single day, and it's just one of the most beautiful songs, and I feel like you have to listen to it with headphones in and just cry. It's so magical. It's the perfect song for this film. It's done at such a lovely moment. It will kind of really... it'll really get to you. There are other songs in it as well. I think it does have a very, very lovely soundtrack. I believe the song is called Miracles All Round. According to IMDb, that is the one that Susan Boyle sings. Also known as Miracle Hymn, and it's beautiful. It really is uplifting. It will give you goosebumps. That's just the kind of voice Susan Boyle has. So would this be as good if it wasn't for Susan Boyle and her vocals? Well, yes, it would be. But for me, it sticks in the mind for longer because of that song and because of Boyle's involvement. But the narrative about this candle is just, it's lovely, it's warm, it's heartfelt. It strips things back to basics, the way sometimes I wish things would be. There are people there with no money, people there with money, the most beautiful architecture, and the most gorgeous scenery, and the costumes are fabulous. If you want a very relaxed, classic traditional Christmas film with a modern cast, The Christmas Candle will do this one for you. And if you want to weep, I just suggest putting Susan Boyle's song on loop. It's beautiful, the film is beautiful. I don't think The Christmas Candle will let you down. It's magical.